History of Afrikaners. The Afrikaners have a complex and influential history in South Africa, marked by colonization, migration, conflict, and socio-political dominance. Here's a structured overview of their historical development. 1. Origins, 1600s to 1700s. The Afrikaner identity began with Dutch settlers who arrived in 1652 when the Dutch East India Company, VOC, established a refreshment station at Cape of Good Hope. Over time, settlers from Germany, France, Huguenots, and other parts of Europe joined them. They began to intermarry, adopt a common language, early Dutch, and develop a distinct African-born settler culture. This mix evolved into Afrikaans, a language derived primarily from Dutch, with influences from Malay, Khoisan, and other African and European languages. Second expansion and the frontier, 17th to early 19th centuries. Afrikaner farmers, known as Boers, moved inland in search of land and autonomy from Dutch and later British colonial control. This led to frequent conflict with indigenous African groups, such as the Xhosa, Zulu, and others. Third British colonization and the Great Trek, 1806 to 1840s. In 1806, the British took control of the Cape Colony from the Dutch. Tensions grew over language, religion, and slavery, which Britain abolished in 1834. In response, many Boers embarked on the Great Trek, 1830s to 40s, moving north and east to establish independent Boer republics. Transvaal, South African Republic, Orange Free State, Fourth Boer Wars and British rule, 1870s-1902. Discovery of gold and diamonds led to increased British interest in Boer territories. Two wars followed. First Boer War, 1880 to 1881. Boers won limited independence. Second Boer War, 1899 to 1902. British won, annexed the Boer republics. The war ended with the Treaty of Vereeniging, 1902, and many Afrikaners suffered in British concentration camps, where thousands died. 5. Rise of Afrikaner nationalism, 1910-1948. In 1910, South Africa became a union under British control. Afrikaners pushed for greater autonomy and cultural recognition. Political movements like the National Party promoted Afrikaner identity, language, and self-determination. 6. Apartheid era, 1948 to 1994. The National Party won the 1948 election and implemented apartheid, a system of racial segregation that privileged white Afrikaners and oppressed non-white populations. The state enforced laws separating races in housing, education, jobs, and marriage. Key figures like Hendrik Verwoerd, an Afrikaner, were central to apartheid ideology. 7th Post-Apartheid South Africa, 1994 present. In 1994, apartheid ended with Nelson Mandela's election as president. Afrikaners lost political power, but remain influential economically and culturally. Afrikaans is still widely spoken, and Afrikaners continue to play a role in South African society, though they now navigate a democratic, multicultural landscape. Cultural identity. Afrikaners have a strong emphasis on language, Afrikaans, Calvinist Christianity, Dutch Reformed Church, and a shared sense of historical survival. Today, many Afrikaners embrace a more inclusive identity while preserving aspects of their heritage.